Good morrow, internet. The Grizzle Enthusiast TGE here, and we're not back with anything new, but we're in a new section that I've dubbed Event Roundup. So what the Event Roundup is, I go and I look about whatever event took place in the gaming, nerding, or whatever community happened today, and I bring it back to you guys in a nice, small, compact way so you don't have to sit there for 2 hours, 3, 4, whatever, because you may not have the time or just can't be able to do it, whatever your situation may be. So I'm here to help you out. So today was E3, and there was a couple of good things that happened today. There were a couple of games announced. There were other things announced. We all know, well, if you do know what E3 is, it's just this big convention, and it's a lot of fun. I want to go next year. Hopefully this whole madness that we're involved in, it's just going to be done, so we can all get back to, going to big events, slapping each other, licking doorknobs, whatever your thing may be. So let's get into it. So first thing I'm going to talk about is Homeworld. They just announced it. Homeworld 3 is coming out at some point. It's been since like 2003 since the game was released. Well, since an installment was released. Didn't say anything else, so we're just going to move swiftly along after that. But just know, people who've been thinking about it, Gearbox is working on it. It's coming, but no date was announced. Gearbox also announced that Godfall is going to be coming to the PS4 on August 10th this year. Along with that announcement, they've announced that there's going to be a matchmaking mechanic with it, along with a new expansion called God and Fire, which brings a whole bunch of new cosmetics and a new gameplay, which will hopefully enrich the whole environment. If you're like me, I haven't been able to play Godfall because no one has a PS5 right now, but because of the announcement that it's coming to PS4, it's going to be open to the much wider demographic, and maybe we will get PS5s later on. Gearbox has also stated that if you do get it in the PS4 variant, it will be able to be upgraded to PS5 for free. So, good on you, Gearbox. Tribes of Midgar was also discussed at the Gearbox Open today. It was a big Viking thing. I noticed there was a lot today. I don't know, Vikings are probably a thing. Anyway, it looks like it's an action RPG from a top-down perspective. Think more along the lines of Diablo or any of those dungeon crawlers like that. And you'll expand, go around, level up your character, get new abilities, equipment, and fight stuff along the way. And you apparently have to stop giants, but there's also a co-op component with it with up to 10 players, so that seems like a really fun thing to do with your mates. What am I, Australian? Tribe of Midgar is going to be coming to us sometime later this year in 2021. Unfortunately, it's only for the PS5. Come on, folks. Come on, none of us have PS5s right now. Don't be doing this. Come on, Gearbox. Alright, now that we've got all the fluff and other stuff out of the way, now we can get to the main event of why Gearbox is where they are at in the whole video game sphere. Borderlands. How do I want to describe how Gearbox was with Borderlands? They knew they were like the goofy kids there, so they were just like, hey, we're just going to run with it. And Tinitina's Wonderland? Yeah, Tinitina's Wonderland. It looks like it's a fun game. It looks like it's going to be a mixture of D&D and Borderlands. Wait, check notes. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna have some sort of mix like that. Some dude was shooting at a dragon with a machine gun or something like that. Andy Samberg's in it. It just looks like it's gonna be this whole lot of fun. I know that they apparently did some sort of variation on this a while back ago, but I didn't play it, and I don't know how many of you have played it. So that's just something interesting that we're gonna have. Tinytina is coming to us in 2022, probably with what I'm going to discuss next. The one thing that Gearbox was really, really happy about is that one of their franchises is getting adapted into motion picture. And we all know which one it is if you've been paying attention to the internet at any point for the past 2 weeks. There's going to be a Borderlands movie, which I'm pretty excited about. Kevin Hart's in it. Gosh, there was like 4 other people I just cannot remember for the life of me right now. I'm desperately tired right now. But, yeah, Borderlands is having a movie. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to hopefully keep that same sort of like charm and goofy aesthetic that we all love about Borderlands, but still have like that psychotic ultra violence that we like, because we're all a little bit psycho on the inside and we all love it. Borderlands the movie is set to release in 2022, probably to coincide with Tiny Tina's Wonderland, since Tiny Tina is supposed to be in this movie. Hold up. Tiny Tina is supposed to be played by Ariana Greenblatt. Belt. She's one of the busiest young actresses in Hollywood. Okay, how old is she? This chick, yeah, 13. That kind of checks for Tiny Tina. So, 2022 Borderlands movie and Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Check them both out. They look fun. Next, we're gonna cover Ubisoft. Ubisoft was probably the main event for this whole day, even though they went first, which is funny calling the main event. But they did announce probably the most, or at least the most interesting things today. Gearbox was the funny sort of like haha kid about, hey, look at us, everybody loves Gearbox. They're like endearing and loving to the heart. But Ubisoft was the one where you come and it's like, this is what's happening, this is the meat, this is what you want to get involved with. And Ubisoft did come with some fire today. Before we get into like all the good nitty gritty stuff, they did announce that Avatar is getting a game. I think there was a game that came out beforehand. Let me just double check that. Okay, so there was a game that came out in like 2009. I don't think it was all... it looks like it was mediocre at best. So, yeah. But this one, Avatar Frontier of Pandora, looks like it's going to be some sort of open world RPG sort of style game where there may be some sort of aerial combat component to it. I'm just going by what I saw in the trailer, but the area looks beautiful. Pandora was always just a gorgeous, luscious place. You're going to play as the Na'vi, hopefully, or maybe you'll play as the humans. We still don't know about it. They just basically said, hey, this is coming. It looks like it's going to be released around sometime in 2022 to coincide with the release of Avatar 2. Hopefully. They said all the filming was done for Avatar 2, so having the movie come out and then the game, or vice versa, it's just good marketing all around. So keep an eye out for this. Look for this. It looks like a really, really fun game. I'm pretty excited for it. Ubisoft also announced that they are going to be releasing Rocksmith Plus as a premium service coming to them. I did not play or get involved in Rocksmith, but I am trying to learn the guitar, and now that I know that this thing exists and it's supposed to teach you how to play guitar, I may pick it up. I have what is that guitar I have over there? Epiphone? Yeah, I think it's an Epiphone. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I just haven't played in forever. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a guitar service which you can use to learn to play. It also is going to connect to your phone. It just looks like it's very adaptable for anybody to use it, no matter where you are or how you have to adjust yourself to do it. There is a sign up for the closed beta right now. I will put the link to that down below. I'm not sponsored by Ubisoft or anything. I just want to get the information out there. And yeah, if you are interested to learn to play guitar or anything like that, get involved with it. It looks like it's going to be a fun thing to have. Even myself, I'm going to go try it. So I may make a review about it and say, hey guys, this is what's going on. Actually, I think after I'm done with this video, I'm going to go sign up for it. Follow me on my Twitter if you want to see that. And also, like and subscribe. I forgot to ask that earlier. I'm a horrible YouTuber. Another game that was discussed at E3 that Ubisoft is going to release looks like some sort of mix between, what was those snowboarding games that used to play on the PSP? SNSX, something like that. Snowboarding and Tony Hawk Pro Skater thrown together, mixed on crack. Riders Republic. Yo, it is some sort of open world extreme sports game, and I am here for it. You get to have everything from riding a dirt bike to skis to snowboards to a freaking jetpack and a wingsuit. Yes, 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 yes. I want to play this game immediately. Unfortunately, though, we did not get an initial release date for it. We got the point that it's coming out this year, but nobody knows when it's going to come out. So, but if you like all those extreme sports games cranked to all the way up to like 15 and then have a little bit of meth in it, this is what it is. This is what Riders Republic is. I am so down for it, and I believe it's also co-op. Yes, it is co-op. So have fun with that. You and your friends can do all that funny stuff. I wonder if anybody, did anyone ever play, or was it Tony Hawk or any of the skater games where basically the goal was to break as many bones and you yeet yourself off of like the highest peak and just like chuck yourself across the map? I feel like this game could do that. So later on this year, in our good year of 2021, I'm going to yeet myself with one of those things, probably with the jetpack. Oh my gosh, with the jetpack. I wonder if you could do a combination with like snowboarding and jetpack. Please, Ubisoft, please tell me you can do that. Oh, later this year, 2021, Riders Republic. Go get it. It looks like a lot of fun. Something I wasn't expecting, at least over in the Ubisoft sort of camp, but there's going to be a new Mario and Rabbit game. They had one back in, how long? Back in 2017. Mario and Rabbit's Kingdom Battle, so okay. But, wait, was that by Ubisoft? That was by... Oh, it was by Ubisoft. Okay, cool. Ubisoft Paris. Yeah, that explains why we had all the French people. Anyway, I digress. I wasn't expecting to see this one. Maybe Nintendo was going to say something about it, but it makes sense that since Ubisoft made the first one, they were going to make this. I don't think anybody was expecting this one. It just looks like a fun, little, cute game. I don't have anything bad or coarse to say about it. It looks like just decent fun. You're going to play as either Mario, the Rabbit, or whatever combination, and you're going to have this open world experience of traversing space or planets or whatever you're going to be getting involved into and fighting off different things. And apparently you get some sort of like space stars, or there's some sort of weird DNA mixing or whatever. I did not get a chance to evaluate all of it, but I can definitely say it looks like a really fun game. It looks fun. Not going to come out till 2022, so we've got some time. New things may be released. Hopefully it doesn't get kicked back, but the first one was a pretty good success, so this one looks like it's going to be out there. So 2022, look out for this. It looks like a fun game. A little cute fun game. And who does love Mario? Before we get into this, I want to say thank you, Ubisoft. Thank you. We did not need another Assassin's Creed coming out right now. What we did get was expansion and support for the current one we have now, Valhalla. Valhalla is an amazing, great one. I've been enjoying playing it. Having like this like Viking sort of aesthetic. Another Viking. Is it the year of the Viking? I don't know, because also along with this, Ragnarok is, well, not this year, but Ragnarok's coming out soon, so yeah. We are supposed to get a couple of expansions for this game. So along with the expansions that we're going to get, which they have not given a date for, but they're going to come out sometime this year, and we're supposed to get support for it up to 2 years now, so don't expect any new Assassin's Creed games until after that, or they may do something else, I don't know, but I just feel they're going to support this game for the time being. Along with that, they're going to also include single-handed swords, yep, I was listening, and also they were really big about the bug fixes, so after that whole thing with, what was it, Unity? Yeah. They definitely were working on it very, very, very hard. So I appreciate them being honest and Ubisoft understanding that they should probably like stop and settle down and work with what they got. Because this is a great game. I've been loving Valhalla. Like I've said again, I'm not going to stop professing my love for it. I am an original Assassin's Creed person, played back in 2007. I digress. Along with that, they have this thing called Discovery Mode, which is going to let you play as different characters, as historical characters, and just explore the area and different events. And also, one of the expansions coming out is The Siege of Paris, which is coming out later this summer. And apparently that is... Oh, is that the expansion? Yep. Oop. Can't check my notes. The Siege of Paris, which is going to... basically, there was an event in Viking times that is gonna be visited. I am not on my Viking history because it doesn't apply to me. Also, at the end of the whole trailer that they had, there's this weird sort of hellgate that was opening, so maybe they're gonna go to the underworld. Assassin's Creed, as they always had sort of a magical, mystical sort of aspect to it, so maybe they're just gonna like yeet themselves in there and we're gonna go to the underworld now, which is... Oh, yeah, okay. So, if you have Assassin's Creed Valhalla, prepare for more content support for the next 2 years. If you haven't gotten it, get it now, because it's just going to keep getting better and better along the way. Or just wait till the whole expansion's done. But then probably by that time, there's going to be a new Assassin's Creed. So, yeah. What do you think? I'm curious. Put down in the comments below, what do you think will be the next Assassin's Creed? I want ninjas already. We just need the Japanese Assassin's Creed. I know they kind of did like that side-scrolling one, but that wasn't it. That wasn't the true game. Give us what we want. Give us ninjas! Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get that one in there. Okay, we'll move on. We will move on. Along with Assassin's Creed, of course, they were going to have to bring up their golden baby that they love for Ubisoft next to that, Far Cry. Far Cry looks like, oh, Far Cry looks like it's going to be so much fun. I'm really, really excited about this one, along with the last thing that they released, that they talked about at E3, so I'll go over that. But Far Cry, for what it looks like right now, is going to be amazing. Like any Far Cry game, it's the villains. And oh, on the topic of villains, there's going to be some sort of, I wasn't 100% sure what it was, but there's either going to be some sort of expansion or add-on where you get to play as previous Far Cry villains. So Vaughn, Joseph, why can't I remember the last guy's name right now, but him. So you're going to get to be able to play as all those in some sort of other side setting. And it looks like there was also something about a VR one. Do not quote me on that. Yeah. The little bit that we got from this Far Cry was that it's more of a scavenging sort of thing. Well, Far Cry has always had a scavenging aspect, but this one really has that you're a junker sort of thing, and you're getting really creative with how you're making your weapons. There's a jetpack. No, what's it? It's some sort of battery pack rocket launcher, whatever. It just looks awesome, and I think it's going to be probably one of the top games coming out this year. I'm not going to stroke the ego for it too much. That just, it's looking like it's a really great Far Cry game. Like the last two have been pretty good. So, yeah. Far Cry 6 is still on the release date for October 7th of this year. Hopefully we won't get another extension. But if it is, it's just to polish it up. Just be good. The finalement. I'm sorry. That's copyrighted. I can't take that. And finally, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extractions. There unfortunately was nothing about Splinter Cell. Yes, people were all sad. Yes, we're sad. However, this game looks like it's going to be amazing. It has you're gonna have all the same aspects of what you had in Rainbow Six Siege, where you're gonna play as an operator and you're able to go in and do your mission. But the enemies this time are aliens, which I'm like, okay, that's a little bit out there, so I'm enjoying it, and it looks like it's phenomenal. There's multiple creature types. Oh, I got some notes up in here. Let me see here. Cool tech, multiple creature types. They mainly go like the same types of, there's the heavy bruiser, there's one that does projectiles, there's the grunts, just all the basic multiple creature types that you know, but the way they did it looks fun. And there's also something with the environment that one of them is able to seep into the ground if it's covered with something and spring up. Yeah, that's really cool. I've been enjoying that. Operator gets captured or downed while you're in a mission. You have to go rescue them, and that operator is completely shut off. I want to see how it's actually going to play out, but that's just what the developer said while they were doing it. So I'm like, okay, this is a little interesting right there. So be very careful. Thing in there, it looks like there's a really big emphasis on stealth, and I find that kind of ironic because there's no Sam Fisher, but there's an emphasis on stealth. Or maybe Sam Fisher will be in there later. Yeah, maybe. Come on, Ubisoft, give us Fisher. But there's some a group stealth mechanic, so there has to be a lot of coordination and work in there. So you have to talk to me. We have to talk with your squad. Yes, you can go in solo, but I think it's supposed to be played as a unit, which makes it a lot easier. It was originally called Quarantine, and I think, given the events of last year, they really want to change that. So they changed it to Extraction, which makes a lot of sense because in the game trailer you're extracting one of the operatives, which, cool. They did not give us a release date. A lot of these E3 things are just, they didn't give us a release date. Like all E3s, it's like, we're working on it, and we're like, I'd like a date, please. So yeah, it's going to come out some point in 2021, so keep an eye out for that. It's tactical shooter in that aspect. Really fun. Different way of how to play this sort of game. And yeah, just go play it. Yeah, go play it. And that was pretty much a small summary of everything that happened at E3. There were a couple of VR games that were discussed, but they were just kind of like glanced over. Not a lot of people have VR, and VR is still like that new sort of technology. But I will state that there were a couple of good ones. And, here we go, check notes. Fracked, it looked like a really good shooter. Should check that one out. Natural, what was it? Natural Magic. Natural Magic. It's some sort of like RPG spell slinger or something like that, or open world. I'd definitely check that out. Sam and Max, that was also a fun one. Recommend that. Pistol Whip, just for the simple name alone. Green Hell, because yeah, After the Fall, a zombie shooter, so it's like Horde but VR, yes. And Nerf Ultimate, because who doesn't like Nerf guns? So there was enough in there that made me want to contemplate getting a VR headset. So if you're ever interested in those, go look them up. That's all I gotta say. And for me, everybody, that is it. If you enjoyed my ramblings about E3, I'm gonna do another one because there is at least 3 more days of this, and I'm going to cover all of it. Oh boy. But again, wherever you guys are at in the world, I hope you're being safe. Please like and subscribe. Oh god, dog hair. And you continue to be awesome, folks. Later.